What up, everybody?
What's going down?
Hello there.
What's going on?
Once again, welcome to the RNS Show. We're back at it, trying to hit that every Monday, 9 p.m., man, trying to be in your place right in your face, Facebook Live, YouTube, man, but we are definitely in the building. And we are back. We've been back for about 3 weeks now, so we're keeping it going, just trying to keep it, try to get some continuity go here. So definitely do me a favor, man, if you haven't done it already, download, go to the Facebook page and hit like over there. We even got an Instagram page. If you know how to do Twitter, we got a Twitter page, but nobody knows how to do Twitter. And I don't know about you, I'm too old for TikTok, man. Not yet. Sooner or later I may get to TikTok, but I don't know. JP said that's the devil's playground, so we'll keep it like that. All right, so get this show started, man. We're going to start with our introductions, man. To my left, probably your right, the man with the hat of the last place team.
Here we go.
NFC West.
Here we go.
The garbage pail team. Catalyst Matt Deeds in the building.
What's up, y'all? What's Gucci? Feels good to be back in town.
Yeah, they got off of a road trip. Maybe talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah, they're
to the far right with the Adidas shirt on, kicking it. Like I said, he's the guy that somewhat got kind of sort of a degree that's sitting at this table. We got JP Trevino. We call him what, Matt?
PZF baby.
Is in the building right now.
Yes, sir.
All right, to my immediate right, Category 5, Hurricane Rocks is in the building. She's a little quiet today, but she's definitely in the house today. You know? And right down the middle, man, is your man, Old School Ace. Got my cigar shirt on today, so we're rocking it. All right, so we're going to do us a favor if you're tuning in, man. Go ahead and chime in. We got a Facebook question of the day. We want you guys to follow up and give us some feedback on. The Facebook question of the day is, what is your pet peeve when it comes to social media? What really drives you crazy? We'll hit this for a little bit and go around the room and see what everybody's pet peeve is. So definitely, Matt, go and fill in, man. What's your pet peeve with social media?
My pet peeve with social media, I'm not gonna say it's a touchy subject, but and it might be a little different for me because I have little kids. But I guess
I never
I don't know. Rox knows I've told her several times when you really don't have nothing to talk about or anything to post, just don't post it. But I do feel like sometimes people use their kids to get likes, and I don't think, like I said, I don't think there's a problem with you. Yo, shout out to my son or whatever. You know, that's cool. But every day, dog. You know what I mean? Every day, and your son don't ever see the posts. Your son don't know anybody who likes those pictures. I just feel like that's a little excessive. Special events, graduations, accomplishments, cool. You feel me? I think that deserves appreciation, deserves credibility, but I think that's kind of between you and your child as opposed to you all of Facebook, you know what I mean, and not even your child at all, because your child does not have a Facebook. He can't even go on there and say, hey man, I appreciate all my parents' friends, you know what I'm saying, for telling me happy birthday, thank you. You know how everybody normally does that. I just want to tell everybody or you see the little love button on all the comments. From the kid, right? Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, the kid actually saw that I said happy birthday.
Right. Because who's it meant for? Right. Come on. Or the other one just add on to is, on this day, 13 years ago, God gifted me with it. Man, keep that between you, right?
I was Tyrone to get you to me. Come on, man. That was Tyrone on the drunk night.
Mine is like if you have I guess it's kind of the same thing, but maybe not. When somebody that, you know, like, for example, if JP got a promotion at his job, I was the only one that knew, and I went to Facebook and said, shout out to my friend PG for getting the big promotion. Like, that's not my place that's not my love. Like, that is not my place to post. Okay, if somebody is, you know, got a brand new car, you know, that's their car to post on their page. They came up, not you. Like, what is that gets on my nerves?
Just want to give a shout out to, you know, my partner. He's hustling a long time. It's really good to see him come up and get him a new brand new Mercedes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got you with the nigga. Like, you got the damn car.
It's not your love to receive.
Yes,
you know,
man.
I think that gets on my nerves the most. Like, why would you do that? What if JP didn't want nobody to know?
Come on.
What if that person didn't want nobody to know that they got a new car?
Come on.
You know, but you had to go out and say somebody else's
Yeah, put his business out. For you to get love.
tell your friend congratulations. Oh, that's so good. Congratulations. Ha. Like, what are you getting out of that?
That person would never see it.
We call that penis riding back then. The other word for penis. I mean, shut us down. We call that penis riding though back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I got problems with social media, I guess, but like Amy said at the beginning of the show, TikTok, Devil's Playground, hate it. I've never hated something that didn't exist or isn't an actual human being so much in my life. But then also going into that, a lot of people can get discovered without real talent. You know, prior to social media, you had to have talent to make it. And now it's like if you can put a 15, 30-second video out there that gets a lot of likes, you know?
Even if it's stupid.
Even if it's
That's
dumb.
what Rock was saying last year.
Yeah. That's a big one. Also, the perpetual need to film everything nice you do. You know, giving money to a homeless man. Oh, I gotta make sure I put this. I need everyone else to know that I'm nice by giving this person $10 or whatever it may be.
Everyone to know that.
Or the videos, or the people that do the whole, oh, you know what, I feel so good today because I actually bought food for a homeless person, and I mean, we didn't do a video, but they just posted it. Like, keep that between you.
And it shows you giving them the homeless dude laying on the street, like he wants to be seen like that on social media, and it shows you giving him a sandwich. Hey, take a picture of me giving him a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. From a car.
Hold up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then also just the need to receive information from social media from people who don't know what they're talking about. Obviously, COVID-19 is a huge one on that, where people are getting their sources from someone who didn't even graduate high school but happens to have a lot of followers. And they're not, the person that's posted this information doesn't get facts, but, they heard from someone, heard from someone, heard from someone.
I just want to
heard from someone. Yeah.
I've seen a post or a meme. It was like a conversation on Twitter between a doctor and some off-brand person or whatever, and the person was like, you need to do more research, and he was like, I have a PhD in blah 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 whatever, I'm a medical doctor and I've posted about this before, I've written books, you know, whatever.
Yeah, accolades.
And then he's like, he has accolades. He's like, what do you want me to do? Ask Google?
like you did?
I went to college for this. Like, that's funny to me. Like, you need to be I'm a doctor.
The informers. Yeah, I just want everybody to know you need to go get yourself checked because blah 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 blah. You don't know anything about. You're not the informer. You shouldn't be the person warning everybody because as soon as they have questions,
you put some fries.
You don't have
and shit. You know, like what are you doing? Like that shit. You know. But the worst thing about it is that people believe it. I think that's worse than the information being given out. Is that people believe.
People want to be first with
everything.
Like sharing the information, whether they know about it or not, they just want to be first about it. Can I do one more before we move on?
Yeah, go.
Rox, you the main one on this. I ain't even noticed this shit until Rox told me.
What did I do?
Yeah. I didn't know. You needed a damn lamb.
You can't move rocks already. Go ahead.
Dog, the workout pictures, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, dog.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now we
Full makeup workout pictures.
Yeah. Not even sweating, right?
Yes, nigga, you,
Hour and a
nigga.
half workout.
Stop, the workout pics, bro, with no results. You know what I'm saying? You ain't you
I posted a picture yesterday. I don't see a difference.
I don't see any results, dog. You still got the flabby underarms, bro. Like, where's the results? Who's training you? Why are you wasting this money for that Gold's membership?
Oh my god! And then the one with the women always have to pick up their leg when they're taking pictures.
Oh, come on, bro. That's the
captain. The captain pose.
Yeah, left cheek, left cheek.
Captain approves.
They have to turn like.
black girls with their hand like this. I don't know what that fucking means, but they do that.
I have to have a booty.
That shit right there.
I want you to know that.
Yeah, working out with hand being.
I gotta have a booty, and I noticed that girls only do that in tights, or they won't do that in regular clothes. They only do that. I got my tights on.
Lopez too. Don't get me- Like Jennifer Lopez, she was standing between, I guess her fiance at the time, Alex Rodriguez, and some other tall dude, and she was in the middle. And she made sure that leg was lifted as high as possible. It was the weirdest. That thing was reaching for God. It was the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. But she had to have that leg up.
It's a pose, man. I guess everybody got good at posing, cause I've never been good at taking pictures, so.
That's why I don't have any pictures of me.
But I ain't mean to take your turn.
Go
ahead, bro. What bothers you? If there's anything left, right?
I mean, well, the angle shot. When you're trying to hide a couple of pounds, you're doing that. I think the biggest thing, if I was to come down to it, man, is social media has created a world where somebody's a nobody, they can try to be a somebody.
Yeah.
Come on.
And so there's a lot of falsehoods and lies out there. I mean, but you got to read through that like you read through life and how people are. But definitely, there's a lot of experts out there that ain't experts. Come on, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of people passing out falsehoods. And fortunately, man, you gotta, it's created a world where people can go read only what they want to believe and believe that's reality. And that's just horrible, and it's not like that. So you
Opinions matter more than facts right now.
yeah, you gotta open up your mind and be smarter than that, definitely. And people stop reading and stop paying attention to people that actually know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it's just they go to social media to find out answers and stuff, and then they only read what they want to read. Mm-hmm. Social media is the algorithms are set up to give you everything that you like. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at everything from that standpoint, and that's what got Facebook in trouble, is that when you start seeing everything from your point of view and what you like, you believe that's what the world is. And unfortunately, people learn the hard way that ain't how life goes. So that's my one of my pet peeves, and we can go on days on this, but what we want you to do is we want you to go online and get interactive and put what your pet peeve is, give us some ideas and concepts and feed in, and let's talk about that. Definitely here and throughout the week, man. Let's go ahead and talk about that a little bit more. All right, so moving right along, Coach Gruden.
Are we doing music or no music? Oh, okay.
No, okay.
Coach Gruden,
Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders. Run us the facts down on that piece.
Yeah, so last week, I don't have the exact day sometime, but some emails came to fruition through the Washington Post indicating that Jon Gruden, the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, who at the time, this was in 2011 that this email was created, was working for ESPN, had some racist comment about DeMaurice Smith, who is the executive president of the NFLPA. Basically, the group of people who work for the NFL players against the NFL if there's ever a legal situation, anything like that. Anyways, he referred to him as having, and I'm summarizing here, rubber lips the size of Michelin tires. So this past Friday, he did hold a conference on it and indicated that he references anyone who can't keep their mouth shut or doesn't tell the truth as someone with rubber lips. Now, most people didn't believe that. More has come to light to go against it.
But where's the metaphor even?
For the Michelin tires, exactly. I mean, that it makes no sense. So either way, he coached the game yesterday on Sunday. After the game, the players came out and supported him, saying, you know what, he made a mistake. so on and so forth, and everything was going to move on. About 45 minutes to an hour ago, it just came out that he resigned due to the fact that more emails came out, thanks to the New York Times, I believe, where he was saying, and I'll quote from ESPN, Gruden also denounced the emergence of women as referees in his emails, according to the Times, and said that safety Eric Reed, who was a safety for the 49ers, who kneeled during the national anthem to protest racial injustice, should be fired. Now, this is only a few things. Apparently more will be coming out of these emails as time goes on, but it got to a point where Gruden himself knew that there was no turning back from this. So today, apparently, he met up with the owner and GM and resigned from coaching. Yeah, he's no longer a coach. I don't know what the future's going to look like for him. I can't see him getting a job anytime soon, not with these kind of emails coming out. And we don't even know the extent because not all of the emails have come out yet. So who knows? Apparently, there's more racist commentary in the emails that just hasn't been reported on yet. So, we'll see.
Well, if Colin Kaepernick can't get a job, his guy shouldn't be able to get a job. Colin Kaepernick was saying nothing racist.
Nope.
Yeah.
Or misogynistic or anti-gay.
Yeah, go.
No, I was going to say, you went in earlier kind of with Jon Gruden, because actually, up to this point,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody had a problem with Jon Gruden. I mean, he was probably, especially if you're a football fan, he was probably one of the, most famous characters, coaches, personality, I guess is the best word to use on it. He's probably one of the more famous personalities. So up to this point, we didn't have a problem. And you were talking earlier kind of, when does that, like how messed up it is that somebody says something racist.
Well, because I like Jon Gruden. I can't say I don't like him no more, right? Yeah. I liked Jon Gruden, I thought he was an excellent coach. I thought he was an excellent commentator on Monday Night Football. I seen him argue at draft day for Russell Wilson when he was getting drafted, and he thought he should have got drafted earlier, and the other guys were making fun of him, and he actually got all red, and he was heated over it because he really thought, you remember that? And then Jon Gruden, they were kind of bumping heads. And then now look at Russell Wilson, and it's like, because remember he used to do the Gruden camp or whatever, the quarterback camp, I used to like to do, and it almost puts you in a position where you're like, number one, with me, I'm like, who else held on to this information? Where did this information come out 10 years later? Who had the email? Who held on to that email?
That was my question.
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody say anything
Come
then?
on. And it's like, who's, it's like, who all kept their mouth shut for 10 years, nigga, and then all of a sudden when somebody got something to say, y'all got all this information.
Now,
Is that supposed to be okay too, or should you kind of go down with them? I don't know. Guilty by association in a way, or did you just look the other way? And is that considered still being associated with it? Yeah. If you look the other way, that's what they say. They know when times are bad when good people stand by and let bad things happen. And they don't say anything. So now you're supposed to be considered a good person for ratting out, if you want to call it ratting out, Jon Gruden. Like you put all this mess on the front table when you knew he had mess. Yeah. But so now you're considered like a hero, almost like, oh man, thank you for
releasing. Let's make sure that we're saying that this is an assumption right now because we don't know who released the emails.
Right, we don't.
It could be someone that first got him and said, oh damn, and released him. Or to your point, it could be someone who was holding on to him for whatever reason. And now they're saying, oh. And
why now?
Exactly. So there's a lot of questions here.
Why 10 years later?
Somebody holding on to it like blackmail?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Niggas stop coming in, John. You know, nigga didn't wait 2 months and said they gonna pay him and you didn't. Now look.
Yeah. And see, what has to be remembered is that these comments on the second, I guess you could say, dump of emails were known by Gruden in his Friday conference, where he just spoke towards the one adjective that he said about DeMaurice Smith. Mm-hmm. So he already knew that these other emails were going to come out, but he didn't say anything about it. When he apologized to his players, he knew about it. When the players came out to back him up, he knew about it, but they didn't. Now you got to wonder, how do they feel? Coming out talking about, oh, he's a great coach, he's a great person. He made one mistake. Yeah. But you also have to remember the Las Vegas Raiders have a defensive end, Carl Nassib, was the first openly gay football player. And Jon Gruden was saying things that were anti-gay. So how has he got that?
Like, can't nobody be on the damn team, nigga. You talking about black folks, you talking about gay people, you talking about women. Damn, nigga. Like, you gotta apologize to everybody, nigga.
So
he
makes sense that he resigned. I mean, I still think that they just said, look, we're gonna fire you, but if you resign.
Okay, and like, again, with the whole blackmail thing, that's why I can see that. It's like, who keeps an email for 10 years? Out of all the emails that person has probably received over a course of 10 years.
They probably got one of those folder ones that says Gruden.
They had a picture of Chucky on your video.
We're assuming that it's just one person that was receiving these emails. We don't know if it was multiple people. Because the first one with the...
He sent it to the Washington football team or something like that.
He sent it to Bruce Smith, who was an executive on the NFL team. He was a former football player, a defensive end for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I remember Bruce.
So that's the one email that we know.
Why would he send it to him?
No idea.
He's black. I was thinking the same thing. Bruce Smith.
But again, that's
Bruce Smith over 10 years.
Before the show, it's that comfortability. I can talk to this person like this, and they...
Bruce is cool.
Yeah, exactly. So, more is going to come out, obviously. This isn't the last thing we're going to hear about. The emails specifically, obviously, I'm sure Gruden will be in the news himself for a while, but it wouldn't surprise me if more emails come out and more negative things are said about...
It's like the Me Too movement, man.
Yeah. Yeah, for one,
it really is.
For one person.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden everybody feels comfortable, I guess, to come out because why not before? Like, you don't want to be the person that ever called somebody racist.
And you don't have evidence of it. Now the evidence is there. That's what you were saying about Keyshawn. I believe you were saying that.
Yeah, Keyshawn.
That he went out before all this came out and saying that, hey, Gruden isn't this great of a guy that y'all think he is.
Yeah.
No one believed him. I mean, shit, I thought Gruden...
Yeah, and they
wanted him to coach the Cowboys.
Keyshawn's a loudmouth and Keyshawn's a headache.
And now he's vindicated. He's like, look, I told you, this is what we saw, even on a championship team. This is what we saw. No one believed me. He didn't have evidence. It's hard to believe someone without evidence. Now it's coming out. I'm shit. Hey, Keyshawn, say whatever the fuck you want.
The Las Vegas Raiders signed Keyshawn Johnson. Let me get a job back in here. Yeah, we're sorry for everything that we said. We ruined your career over that.
You said Randy Moss too, right?
Randy Moss, yeah, he was just saying how much he was hurt by it because, I mean, the NFL is predominantly black people. That's just the way it is. I mean, obviously, I'm not talking about owners. That's a whole other situation. But the people who make the game go are predominantly black. And it's to have someone of such prominence, because Jon Gruden is one of the most famous head coaches.
Yeah, he is.
And the NFL is the #1 sport in the United States, and it's trying to grow out. So Jon Gruden has a lot of power. But to be a person like that and still have these kinds of thoughts when the people you work around, the people you count on to make that money, to get that 10-year, $100 million deal, to be the coach, you're talking shit about them. And that shows you, that's the kind of instance of where I can't be racist because I have a black friend. No.
Come on, man.
No. You don't have a black friend. You just know someone that's black. But they don't see it like that. Well, I coach all these people. I can't be racist. You think they're under you. Let me ask. It'd be interesting, and I know we'll never get an answer for it, but if he would work for a head football coach that was black, would he be okay being an assistant?
Come on.
Because every coach he's worked for, and I don't put it on him because it's just who he's been asked to be hired for. Even when he was with Green Bay, he was being white. And then he went to the Raiders, became the head coach, got traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, won the championship, led football, then came back to the Raiders. So he's never had the opportunity to work for a black coach. But would he? If he's willing to talk to
Who knows if he's been offered and he said no?
Yeah, exactly. So I obviously will never get that answer, so we can make that assumption, because even if he was asked straight, oh yeah, I told you I would work for them, I've got no problem.
So you think it's a, not an entitlement thing, but
I mean, in a sense,
loss is a better word. Yeah. Like he's entitled to
be this way,
to treat people a certain way. And then again, it's like, why do you feel so comfortable to be able to talk like that?
Even in private.
It's the same thing with Donald. No. The other old white guy named Donald. The other old racist white guy named Donald.
Rich white guy.
And then it's like, remember they were like, she's trying to slander his character, his girl, remember, and she recorded a whole conversation of him talking about don't shoot Magic Johnson. This dude sees Magic Johnson every day.
Now that it's in the new arena.
But then, I mean, look, and then, like, Rox, come on. You know, she gets on me all the time because I be trying to not be racist everywhere I go. Like, what do you call it? Not racist, but race, like, I'm always, like, not trying to, like, whenever, I feel uncomfortable around old white people sometimes. And, you know, I'll tell her, I'll be like, I'm just going to kind of stand over here. She's like, why? I just don't want to start a conversation with them. I don't want to talk. I don't want nothing. You know what I'm saying? And the one time I did, right? The old people's house was cleaning. There was a colored guy, and I'm like, here we go, bro. Colored. You know what I'm saying? There was a Negro that I had knew, and I'm like, that's exactly why I don't like having conversations or even I'll be cordial, but I don't even want to open up a door. I don't even want to get you caught up in your own shit.
Yeah.
Don't feel like you have to have a conversation with me. We're cool.
Yeah.
I don't even want to touch that. And, you know, a lot of times she's on me, like, you know, no, I don't be like that. Not everybody's like that. I get it. But goddamn, y'all are so undercover. Am I wrong to even be like, you know what, I'm gonna wait? Because it took 2 years for us to find this out about Jon Gruden. So how long do I gotta wait to figure out something about you?
So, just real quick before I get into that, I want to correct myself. It wasn't Bruce Smith. It was Bruce Allen, who's a former football executive.
He's not black though.
No, he's
okay.
he's a white.
Hold on. Yes, nigga. Bruce. I was surprised. Bruce Smith. Yes, nigga.
But just to go about,
Taking racism to the face.
we've been around each other, Matt, where we walked into, and I distinctly remember it, we walked into a Whataburger and there was a cop there. And automatically, just being next to you, I could feel your
Tension.
the tension of it.
Yeah.
Even though he was sitting by the side, just eating a burger. I don't even think he looked at us, to be honest with you. Maybe he did and I didn't see it. But, and I could understand the tension. And, you know, what's funny about it is before that, we had gone for a run at a park and we had just talked about homeboy for the Niners, Kaepernick.
Kaepernick.
Yeah, so, you know, that was just irony on top of irony. But he ended up doing something, the cop did, that wasn't bad. You know, it's so long ago that I don't remember.
Hello. Right.
Yeah, just a handshake.
He waved to me. Yeah.
But even you came out afterwards and you're like, man, see, that's why I gotta loosen up a little bit. You said it yourself.
Yes.
And that's why I say yes and no. Because you've had experience with it, so it's understandable as to why you feel that way. But that can't be put upon every old person. Just in the way, if someone gets robbed by a black guy, are they allowed to look at you?
Yeah,
like
the
that?
stereotype. It's a stereotype.
I mean, it's understandable. I mean, that person's probably going to be a little bit shaking being around you, but is that okay? You know, because you haven't done anything to put them in that position.
Right.
So, I mean, it's an open question. I'm not black. I haven't gone through that. Obviously, this is just my opinion on it, but it's going to have to come from you and Adrian more so than anyone else.
Well, and it's more of a like the hiding of it all. I'm not saying the black dude just get it on your money, you know what I mean? There's no hiding about that.
Yeah.
He robbed you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all like to be in my face every single day and like build this relationship like with me in a way. And you don't like black people. Or when you in there driving in your car and a black person cut you off, you go, fuck that nigga. Like,
Yeah.
whoa, bro. No, not you, man.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I'm the token black guy. I'm the only black guy that you were cool with. You know what I mean? Like,
You get it. You're cool.
it's almost like the high, like I tell you all the time, like, 90's worse than 50. You remember I tell you, like, at least when somebody's 50, like, being 100, right? Everybody says, yo, be 100 with each other. Be 100%, be honest, you know what I mean?
Right.
But then the person that acts like they're 100, but are really 90, it will hurt you more if they stole from you than the person that you know is a knucklehead who is 50% and that you won't even probably live in your house, so you probably won't even don't leave your money out because.
But is that on you or more on them? You gave a person a chance and they messed up that chance. Is it on you for giving that chance or is it on them for messing up that chance?
I think it's on them.
I mean, it has to be. Because you're allowing them, and obviously, when we talk about just an old white guy who happens to be at the store, you're not letting them into your life, obviously, but with someone that you do, you're giving them that opportunity. And they're the ones that are choosing to mess it up, and if they saw you as a friend, losing that.
And you know what? And it's not even like they're choosing to do it, JP. They got caught. Like what you said before.
Yeah.
Like they're not trying to get caught. You wouldn't care. You would still be smiling in my face, still being the same person, but you got exposed, and now it's a problem. That's where I'm at with it. Where I'm like, okay, so then why? Like, I'm lost.
I'm
lost with it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, again, I've never had to really deal with that, so it's from a different place when I'm talking about it. Obviously, it'd be more of a, not a skin color thing, but maybe as a feelings thing or an idea of someone who believes in something else that they weren't showing it before. But when it's something that obviously you as a person cannot control, you're black, you can't take off your skin and become white. It's something you have no control over, and being seen that way, it's something different, and I understand that. But it comes to a point of where are you now being the person who's giving off those same vibes to the other people that you were initially getting from them?
Come on.
So, I mean, obviously, it's your life. You're going to do what you feel is necessary to be able to live it the way you want to. But I don't feel like the blame can go 100% on them, because they might be the nicest white person in the world. They might have a brother who's adopted that is black, but we don't know that. And based off of other people and experiences that you've unfortunately had with other people, we're judging them based on that. So, again, it's going to be dependent on how you feel.
Yeah, no, definitely. And great topic.
Yeah.
Racism sucks.
Yeah.
So like Jon Gruden sucks. You know what I'm saying?
That kind of hurt right here.
And so check it out. Got any opinions on it? You want to chime in on that? Please do. Spread. You guys people want to talk about it. Let them know. Have them tune in to us and give us some ideas and topics to talk about. We definitely like to keep that conversation going. But moving right along, because we can't be here all day. Definitely. I mean, we could try to be, but we won't. Today, they announced that the company Merck has developed a pill, which is supposed to help you out. If you get COVID-19 after the fact, it's supposed to be a pill that's being developed right now in the developmental stages that'll be able to, probably assist you with the symptoms and things of that nature, and keep you from going to the hospital and the whole 9 yards. That pill is actually released and been developed right now, and it was announced today. I'm excited for a lot of reasons. My biggest reasons is, if you could do this, because I'm going to do it, I'm going to buy stock. The stock's going to go up. So,
That's smart.
I'm excited about that.
That's smart.
Anybody got any more feelers on the Merck pill? Any more information about it that I might be?
Yeah, so the pill's actually been developed, and it actually has gone through testing. We tested about 748 people, give or take a person, and they gave half of them a placebo, in other words, just a sugar pill, if you will, and half the actual pill itself. And what they determined is that with the people who received the placebo, about half of them ended up going to the hospital with eight of them dying. The people that received the actual pill, only about 60 went to the hospital, but no one died. So this is currently being looked at by the CDC. Once they do their peer review of it, it'll go to the FDA and possibly be approved. But it is for emergency use. It would only be for adults, so we're thinking maybe 16 to 18 to 50, and that are showing the initial symptoms of COVID-19 to the more moderate system. So if you are already on a ventilator, it's too late for you. Hopefully you'll make it, but this pill isn't going to do anything for you.
It's too late.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
Yeah, ventilator, they ain't
Yes.
use a ventilator, man.
And we know people that have been on that ventilator. Vargas he had to get double lung transplant. So it's the real deal, guys. But the concern is, and we were talking about this a little bit before the show, is that people are going to use this as a replacement to the shot. And that's not what it's for. So understand that the shot is to prevent, and the pill is to help with the symptoms. So you've already got it. So the best way to look at it is the flu shot and NyQuil, or how we say Tylenol, flu, or whatever it is, right? So one, you've already got it, and you're taking it in the hopes that it'll help you get over it, and one is preventing you from getting it in the first place. The other thing to remember is that even if you do take the pill, once you show the symptoms, you still have about a 50-50 chance of still being put into a hospital. As with the shot, it's a 99% chance you will not go to the hospital.
So what is the difference going to be from this Merck pill or whatever compared to Tylenol and cold medicine that like you take, like if you were having the flu, a lot of fluids, a lot of or vitamin C,
So the Merck pill itself, the way it's been created, and again, the CDC, they're going to stringently go over the data, but the way it's being presented is that it stops the virus from recreating itself. So once you take it, the virus can no longer replicate itself. That's what makes things worse with COVID-19 right now, is that it attaches to a cell and it uses that cell to recreate multiples. Yes, this will stop it. This will stop the protein from attaching to the cell, and it can no longer recreate itself, reproduce itself. So that's where the stoppage is coming from. That's why you have to wait till you actually have the symptoms, so it has something to stop it.
So that's something.
Is that to prevent people from just keep getting sick over and over?
Yeah, it's not going to do that. Like NyQuil, you can take it without anything. It's going to make you sleepy, but it's not going to help you out in any way, really. Same thing with this pill. It's not meant for taking it before you have something, because it has nothing to stop.
Right. Yeah. That's the same thing. The reason why you don't take,
Pepto-Bismol, your stomach don't hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's just it's a medicine. Now, it's a brand new medicine, so like I said, it's going to have to be looked at stringently, but they're thinking by the end of the week, there can be recommendations from the CDC to the FDA regarding what they believe the best situations to use it for are, and then a week later, the FDA, if it's approved, can come out with their recommendations and emergency use of it in obviously hospitals or even in a private manner where you show that you do have COVID-19, you maybe have a cough, sweats, you have it because you've tested, and you can take the pill in the hopes of stopping you from going to the hospital itself. So the big thing is going to come out is during the winter, because like we were talking about, the cases are going to shoot back up. It's just like the flu. Everything comes in the winter. So right now, everything's going back down, luckily, but summertime, going into the fall, this was expected to happen. Viruses can't live in the heat. But as we go into the cold, that's more of their setting, if you will. People have a tendency of getting sicker, their immune systems become a little weaker, so now they have the chance of getting it even more so than they did. So hospitalizations are going to go back up. There's no way around it. It's just going to happen. But we're hoping to limit that amount if this pill gets approved.
Come on, that's dope.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you now. We got to break this down with people who just ain't really
getting it.
People who stupid. We got to break it down to them. Now, I don't want nobody to tell me that they're against the vaccine, but they're gonna take this damn pill.
No, you're right.
I thought you couldn't get it without you having
No, I'm just saying. It's one by somebody.
I'll take the pill, but I ain't gonna get a shot.
I'm putting this in my body with not knowing what's in it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna get the shot not knowing what's in it. That's a hypocritical.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if you ain't got the shot and you take that pill probably ain't gonna
Not work as well. Not work as
what it
well.
needs to do.
Well, do you think that a lot of people that don't want to take the shot are just scared of needles?
I hate needles. I'm terrified of them. I sweat every time I took it anyways.
Grown ass man.
I had my daughter with me, and I was like,
you can't look,
I take it because she hates needles too.
you can't look at her long cheesy like this. I ain't gonna look.
No, I didn't look at you. Not too quick.
Tricky.
You know what's funny? Yeah, the first one I got did not hurt. I was super surprised. I was like, damn, that was real good. The second one, she put it in slow. I had to, like, my daughter was with me, so I couldn't really show it, but I was like, oh my.
You see?
Just don't look at it.
Just don't look at it.
You scared of needles, man.
Yeah, I hate needles, but again, parents who are over 60 didn't want to get my daughter sick. I didn't want to get sick. I didn't want to give the opportunity of her little sister who has medical situations getting her sick.
So it's not about you.
So yeah, my fear of it was held in comparison to what the need of everyone around me that I care for needed.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's very unselfish.
And take it from me, man. Take it from somebody who's had COVID.
Yeah.
You don't want COVID. You do not want COVID. That ain't nothing to play with.
Did you have the original one or the Delta?
No, original.
And see,
I'm
Delta's
old
worse.
school.
Yeah,
I'm old
Delta's
school.
worse.
I'm old school COVID.
Yeah. The original, you know.
Yeah.
Not to remix.
And I'm saying right now, that old school COVID was, I don't really want to mess with them Delta.
Old school.
No, I had old school.
And I'm going to knock out some lies. If you want to say it's like the flu, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a fucking lie. You know what I'm saying?
Killed way more people.
You know when you get COVID, like that shit's gonna hit you, and you don't want it, bro. So I mean, take it for what it's worth on that. But if you wanna risk the nights and catch COVID and go against what I'm saying, I'm trying to give you a heads up. You don't want that.
Infect other people that you possibly care about.
Yeah, you don't want that. That'll have you thinking about life for real. You'll be thinking, cause you'll feel like you'll be feeling like, hey man, this thing can take me out. It's different.
And he could.
It's different.
Yeah.
It ain't like what else you had that you can think you got the handle on. It's different. It's gonna put you down. It's gonna lay you down for real.
Yeah. And the other good thing about this pill is the way it stops the reproduction of the virus. That's how the Delta variant came to being, is that it attached to a cell, as all of the viruses do. But every once in a while, and that's how we got the alpha, the beta, and the kappa before the delta, is that while it's in the cell, it switches its DNA. And a new one comes out that's just a little bit different than the one that went in.
Yeah.
So with this pill, because it's stopping production, and if hopefully enough people don't get sick from it, and before using the pill, it'll stop the reproduction of a newer virus, what would be at the echo version of it, I guess, that the virus, the pill itself may not work as well against, that the vaccine may not work as well against. Like the vaccines that we got, it works very well against the initial one, but although it does work well, not as well against the Delta one. It's still better to have it than not, but that's what's going to happen as it goes older. That's why with the flu shot you get, it's different every year because it mutates as it gets older. So that's the hope, is that we eventually stop the mutation of it, and we only have one type of virus, one type of COVID-19 virus to worry about, which will be the Delta one.
Yeah,
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
that's awesome.
All right. So moving right along, Rocks. You saw Dave Chapelle, right?
I did.
Okay.
I love
Explain it a little
stand-up
bit. Explain it a little bit, man. What y'all think about Dave Chapelle?
So, I liked it. I like his humor. I like how he flows with his truths and how he feels. And I think he just speaks his mind, how he sees it his way, and describes it in his way. And I like that about Dave Chapelle. He does that with a lot of his stand-up. His point of view makes it very funny, makes it to where you can understand where he's coming from, so you can feel him, and I like that about him. Now, I know he did take a lot of backlash about it because of what he said, but, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch the stand-up and not just go based off what Twitter says or what social media says about it, and get your own experience out of it. Get your own opinion, get your own, hear what he's talking about, and understand where he's coming from, and not just take what people have said, because people hear what they want to hear.
Come on.
And, but that's what I think.
I mean, over his last few specials, I'm a big Dave Chapelle fan. I've been liking him for a long time. And over his last couple of specials, he's been getting really beat up about the LGBTQ community and his take on that. How do you feel about that? Do you think he was really offensive to that community, or?
No, I don't think so at all. He doesn't put anybody down. He doesn't disrespect anybody. He talks shit about everything. White people. He talks shit about black people. He talks shit about, his wife is Asian. That's another one.
I turned everything down. I swear to God, I turned everything down.
He doesn't single any culture out. When it comes to real shit that's happening, he drops the N-word all the time. He talks about the crackhead. He's just sprinkling crack. Sprinkling crack. He talks about everything, and he, like I said, he's not pounding down anybody like he says, in the show, but.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, I've looked at all of his specials, and they really gave him a hard time when it comes to that, but nonetheless, I didn't see anything that was offensive, and and if anybody from that community, whatever the case may be, maybe I'm not looking at it from the right standpoint, but I don't believe so. You know, it's for what it's worth. He's a comedian, and comics, you know, usually that'll push our buttons a little bit on what they say. I mean, they tell jokes, and that's what jokes usually do. You know what I mean?
But Dave Chappelle has been Dave Chappelle for all of his entire life. In his movies, in his stand-ups, he's the same kind of guy. You know, the same. So if you watch his show, be ready for somebody talking shit. You know, be ready for something, because he's gonna talk shit. That's what he does. He's always done it that way. If you go back and you watch all of his stuff, you'll see that that's just how he does his stuff, and he brings it right back around.
Yeah. So no, definitely. I mean, it's good. So definitely check into it, man. I don't take it as being as controversial as it is, and I mean, and they'll try to get Netflix to take it off. Come on, man, Netflix ain't gonna do that. That's too
I think what Dave Chappelle was kind of touching on, if you did see the damn stand-up, it's I guess the sensitivity that I don't know if you want to call it America takes toward it, to where somebody can lose their job or get something taken away because of a homophobic comment or because of a joke, or they might feel like it's inappropriate. You know what I mean? And I guess we're like, you gotta watch the comic, or the comedy special to kind of know to where it's like, and we ain't gonna be all on this black shit today, but it applies to this too. Where I mean, I'm black, you're black, bro. We've been crying out for what we're sensitive to, then, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're sensitive just as much as you are, bro. And I mean, if like, we can say white people are sensitive too. Dave Chappelle got a lot of white people jokes, and white people, I don't know if they have or not. They might have written something to be like, we don't like his jokes or whatever. But it doesn't have to become a big thing to where he has to get his whole show taken down. Like, how many white jokes have black comedians said over the years, and none of them have been canceled or taken down? But I don't want to dismiss old boy from Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld?
No, you're talking about.
Kramer.
Yeah.
I think that was another one.
Yeah, I think he got.
Hey, but Seinfeld's still playing, dog.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I think Roseanne had got cut off too. To be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, the show got cut off over some.
So I like Dave Chappelle. I liked his first comedy special, the one he did in
Sticks and Stones.
Right. That's my second favorite. Richard Pryor's my first one. I love
Richard Pryor's hilarious.
Was something else. But even Richard Pryor, just going into Ray said when he went to Africa, because he used to use the N-word.
Yeah.
All his specials.
Yeah.
But when he went to Africa, and there was a guy that they gave a ride to that was from Africa, and he told Dave Chappelle, he was like, look out there. And it was nothing but black people. It's like, do you see any of these N-words? Do you see anything like that? And he said right there, he realized, I can never use the N-word again. It was an awakening to him. So even though he's black and technically can't say that, he realized in that setting of being around people of his own race that it wasn't the right thing to say.
It could be offensive to them.
Yeah, because it's seen as, even though sometimes it's a buddy thing, but it's a derogatory term. It is. Now, people can say it of the same color, you can say it to me, so on and so forth, but it is a derogatory term. So the question there was more so from the philosophy of, is it okay to use a derogatory term that was meant as a derogatory term, was created to be used as a derogatory term, as a word for fun?
Come on.
So, going back into Dave Chappelle though real quick, I did see this portion, I haven't seen the whole stand-up portion, but I did see the portion where he started to talk about it. He ended on one joke, and then he started to go in about trans, or the LGBTQ plus community, and the things that J.K. Rowling had said, and the TERF, which is the other word. And I apologize, what does TERF stand for? Does anyone know?
He said it too. I totally forgot.
But yeah, I can't remember the acronym. He said it's an acronym. He found out that it was an acronym.
Right.
Feminist is the last word, though.
Yeah.
Basically,
trans exclusionary radical feminist. Okay. So here's the thing. Did he make jokes within his statement? Yes. But the overall statement itself was him speaking as an opinion. Now, if he had joked about trans people, gay people, bi people, about the way they dress, the way they talk, the same way he talks about black people, you know, and white people, the way they talk, the way they dress, the way they walk. Totally something different. But he was saying that there's no such thing as a trans person. There's no such thing as a biracial or a bisexual person. So him saying that is not a joke. It's him seeing it as a fact. That's like him, if he was white, and saying, you don't get this right to vote because black's not a race. That's what he is saying. He's like, no, there's not this. There's only two genders, male and female, which technically is not true. We all start off as female, and once the ovaries drop, that's how we become male. So
That's too much knowledge right there.
But that's where my disagreement is with it. Now, should he be pulled off? Should he be not? I don't have an opinion on that, only because I'm not gay, I'm not lesbian, I'm not trans, I'm not
It's not your fight.
If he is, then okay, whatever. If he's not, okay, whatever. But he wasn't joking about it. Now, he did say a joke in there related to...
Of course. No. There's always some truth to a joke anyway. Too.
Right. So there was a joke within the statement. But even when he brought J.K. Rowling up, he says, I agree with her. That's not a joke. That's a statement. So there's a difference there between him joking about everybody, which I totally agree he does, and him making a specific statement towards a group of people. So that's where I feel the difference is at. Now, again, I don't think Netflix is going to pull them either unless it affects their bottom line. If some way it affects their bottom line to where they lose subscribers because of this, then they're going to pull them because of the money. And obviously they'll come out with a statement, we don't agree with David Chappelle's comments, and we don't want... But it's all bullshit. It's because it's affecting their bottom line.
They do that on every special. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, and I think I mentioned earlier that they have suspended Netflix has suspended 3 of their employees, their executive employees.
Fired them, I think. Right? Didn't they fire one at least?
Fired one who is transgender. So,
for what he said about the special. He
yeah.
tweeted about it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But you know, and Netflix did come out and they did have a statement. You know, I'm not too sure exactly, but I know that they said they let people speak their minds about things, but I guess the transgender had said something out of line, and that's where they drew the line. It was at, you know.
Here's the funny thing about that. This ties into our Facebook question of the day, because a lot of the problems they're having with that community or any community, when they don't like something, they jump on the internet and then they just go ham. You know, why is that?
That's what it was.
Because most people can get on the internet and they can be anonymous and they can say what they want to, and they get a whole bunch of other people.
Keyboard warriors.
Then what they do is they go in, and in this situation, I'm gonna go in and we'll try to get Dave Chappelle's show taken off or whatever the case may be. Nonetheless, like, stop.
Why can't you just scroll? Or not?
I'm just saying, but just stop. Well, exactly. I mean, but now everybody, and that goes back to your pet peeve with social media. Now everybody goes and voices their opinion, or they try to undercut and get people taken out. Like, for instance, not agreeing with Jon Gruden, but somebody, like you said, held on to Jon Gruden stuff for 10 or 11 years. You know what I'm saying? It's just this, the social media's got this subculture where all these people can sit on an anonymous name and cause damage to people. You know what I'm saying? That's basically it. And not blaming the whole LGBTQ community or whatever the case may be, but that's kind of what they do, is they'll go in and they'll go on social media and start bashing the hell out of people, or complain, or sending emails or whatever, trying to get people's shows taken off just because they're a little offended. You know,
that's every group though.
I'm not saying every. I'm saying every group.
But not even just race groups. It's people who idealize with a certain idea or respect towards something within life that can come about this. If you, just as an example, are, you know, for trans rights, well, Disney has a history of not being for trans rights. So we'll have a group of people come out against Disney.
Yeah.
Then if something happens, well, we'll have the Disney people who are for them come out against them. It sets up just a back and forth where, honestly, no one really wins.
You just gotta just scroll.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't like something or you remotely think you don't, just ignore it.
Yeah.
You don't have to comment on it. You don't have to try to tear it down when you just, you know how many other comedy specials are out right now? Just watch that and ignore him. It's not like people are going around teasing you. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I doubt that. I doubt that. I doubt that. I watch a Dave Chapelle special. Now I'm gonna go out and the first trans I see, I'm gonna make fun of.
So my question, right? My question there, and I don't disagree with just watching the special.
Yeah.
But at what point should it be brought up, dependent on the person who's making the comment, their power over people's ideals and ideas?
Yeah, the way they influence, if you will.
Exactly. Joe Rogan's a perfect example of that. Who obviously is all in on the anti-vaccine, even though he has it, he's gotten it. But he talks down about it all the time. And a lot of people, he readily admits, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is how I feel. And a lot of people take his opinion as fact. So, and I don't see a lot of people doing, at least to the amount of people, doing the same thing with Dave Chapelle. I mean, everyone knows he's a comedian, but at what point do we talk about his acknowledgement or disacknowledgement of something if it can be directly translated to someone else who now believes in that same situation based off of what he said? The closer is the #1 stand-up special right now. So with what he's saying and the ideals he has, who is he?
You're comparing it to like Trump.
Trump's a perfect example.
He's a dude that can influence. Like, bro, you're making these white folk think that they can go around and have these Confederate flags now. They're driving around again.
And that Black Lives Matter is
like, yeah. I know what you mean.
I understand what you can say about, well, just don't watch it. Just don't listen to it. Right. I totally agree with you.
But he's influencing others.
But and then maybe at what point do we say, okay, now we need to talk about it?
I got you.
So again, if they pull it off, it doesn't affect my life. Right. I didn't know it was on there until they started talking about it.
Come on.
I was living fine. I'm living fine now. But to someone who feels directly hit by this, I can understand that too. Now, I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but their fight with it is a little bit more understandable than someone in my shoes.
Let's do it.
So
I agree.
We'll see what happens with it. Like I said, I don't think they'll take it off, but if somehow it affects Netflix's bottom line, the dollar line, I think at that time they will, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah. All right, so, we brought up a little politics, so since we're there, and we'll go ahead and close the show on this, man, let's do a brief synopsis of what's happening in politics right now. What do we got going on? Has anybody paid attention to what Trump's doing right now? And
No.
My life has been so much better since I haven't.
That's not my lane. I'm just being honest. I don't even.
It's just over the weekend, man. He had an Iowa rally. Now I'm just confused, man. I got a couple of decades on this earth. You know what I'm saying? I've been with a few presidents, man. Usually ex-presidents, they go away and they just gone. You don't know no more. But this fucking dude right here.
Yep.
He got to save America campaign. He's still having rallies like he's running for office, and it's just crazy. And then what's scary to me, a lot of the prominent Republicans are backing him and getting behind him, and it's all a ploy for him to run again in 2024.
Yep.
Well, didn't we not elect him because he didn't do a good job the last time? Like, I'm not getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Nonetheless, votes being counted.
Yeah. See,
they robbed the election. Right?
Yeah. Here's the issue. A lot of people
pay attention is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. Republicans who I want to say fought, but were against him when it came to the recounts, and for example, Georgia, where he called him and said, "I just need you to find a certain amount."
11,000 votes.
11,000 votes.
I remember
those Republicans are being replaced by more prominent radical Republicans.
Yeah.
So if he does lose the election again, they're more likely to say, "Hey, we'll go find you those votes," rather than, "Nope, this is against democracy."
I know what you mean.
So that's the concern. It's not the concern. Yes, will he get more votes? He lost by the biggest margin in the history of the democracy. So that's not really a concern. It's the fact that if he loses, how hard are governors from states that voted for the Democrat willing to fight to overturn those results? And they have the power to. That's what's concerning.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. And right now, we were talking about this earlier, piece, but he was talking about trying to get Biden to use his executive privilege to sweep under the rug a lot of the documents
phone calls.
That they had, phone calls and stuff they had from January the 6th. That situation. I know people ain't talking about it no more, but like it's real. The Capitol got attacked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, insurrection.
The insurrection. It got attacked, and a lot of people were in on it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were down with it, and they said, I looked at the news today, they have 45 documents that lawyers are right now trying to get thrown out because as the commission is looking at it, they don't want those documents to come out. That's going to incriminate a lot of people.
Yeah.
Doing it.
You don't want Jon Gruden?
Yeah, but not 10 years later. The most prominent Republican that's being put under this right now is the House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy. He, and this is a fact, had a phone call while the insurrection was occurring, while he was in the Capitol, with Donald Trump. Now, what was said in that phone call, there's a lot of assumptions going around, but the primary assertion is that he asked the president to call in the police. Okay, we need the police, and Donald Trump refused to because he liked what was occurring, because they were fighting for him. And Donald Trump's very much about himself. He's very narcissistic. We all know that, so it makes sense. Now, McCarthy has failed to, or refused to, confirm this. He just says, hey, it's a private phone call, which is not. It's a public phone call between the senator and the president. And so this is what he's scared of coming out. And he's even threatened Republicans that if you're on the side of finding out what happened with the insurrection, you're against us.
Isn't that life? Like, isn't that what, even the whole Me Too movement, it seems that's everything, bro, is, I don't know nothing. Jon Gruden thing. Mm-hmm. How much shit do we talk about where people be knowing stuff, but they're afraid of backlash? What do you call it? Management, retaliation.
All right.
Yeah, not management, but you know what I mean. Retaliation, and it's like, dude, people are afraid to do the right thing because of I don't know. I mean, it was just a phone call. You know what I'm saying? I mean, none of my business.
That's a perfect analogy for, like you said, the Me Too movement, where women, Harvey Weinstein is a perfect example, are coming out decades later and saying, well, he tried to rape me too. And people who are for Harvey Weinstein are inside. Why didn't you say it sooner?
Because I would have lost my job.
Exactly. And people did lose their jobs.
Yes. Like, dude, you can fire me and nobody will believe me. And I'm going to be dead serious with y'all. It happened to me personally.
Yeah.
It happened to me personally. I worked for a dude who was doing inappropriate behavior. We caught him. We have footage of this dude, and I ended up losing my job, and he kept his job. They got me out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the one that spoke up.
Yeah.
I lost my job, bro. I was looking for a job.
Mm-hmm.
I was out of a job.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with the insurrection. I mean, I promise you that a lot of current in-office Republicans don't like Trump, don't agree with Trump, but they realize if they aren't behind him, they'll lose their seat. They'll lose that money. They'll lose that backing. And that's what they're more concerned with, is the money going away. So
that's sad, man.
Fuck it. We'll vote for Trump. We'll get those votes, and we'll keep getting that money.
And these are the people we have in place of power to represent us.
Greg Abbott is a perfect example of that.
Greg Abbott, bro. That dude.
Teddy Cruz.
He's worse than Abbott.
Ted Cruz.
It's just, y'all don't just,
Cancun.
And listen,
I was taking my
half of y'all, I'd say more than half of y'all are Christian. And y'all read this holy Bible that has these rules and stories in it to where you could compare it to your life and what's right and what's wrong. WWJD, right? What would Jesus do in this situation? But all that goes out the window when Trump's in office.
It doesn't make when any he sense. Spouts the things that you
it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, we talk about people being fake. Trump allowed those people who are fake to come out forward. Like, well, if the president is like this,
it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. But that's why we have more Nazis in the United States than in Germany. Germany, you can't post anything about Nazism. You can't have a flag with the swastika on it. You'll get arrested. But in the United States...
Oh, KKK is a membership. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a club, bro.
Didn't we fight the Nazis and die?
We fought the Nazis and died, bro.
Right?
Yeah. And see, that's the whole thing with the Confederate situation.
Yeah.
People, for one thing, the Confederate flag that they have out, just putting everywhere with the giant cross on it, is not the actual Confederate flag. It's the Tennessee militia flag during the Civil War. So it's not the right flag, first of all. Second of all, to say that it's a part of your ancestry, what was that ancestry built up upon? Slavery. So you're saying it's a proud moment of your ancestry that was dependent on slavery. How is that supposed to make black people feel?
Yeah. Didn't they fight for slavery?
Didn't the union that you were a part of fight for the slavery.
Yeah, but then they didn't. Weren't they upholding slavery? The
Well, I
Confederate
mean,
side?
yeah, for their rights. I mean, technically, the Civil War wasn't fought over slavery; it just became a part of it. But you lost that right to own slaves when one, you left the Union, and then you lost to the Union. That's why with these things coming out that people are looking to secede from the Union, to secede from the United States, like Texas. Oh, we were looking to secede. That's not going to happen. After the Civil War and after the Confederacy became part of the Union again, there were legal documentation written up to make that impossible.
Yeah.
So they can try to leave all they want. It's not
Just can't
gonna
succeed
work.
because you want to succeed.
No.
What's good, Alex?
And a lot of people say, well, Texas can be on its own. No, you can't. Texas will not survive on its own. Well, we have the most military bases. You have the most U.S. military bases. But do you think the U.S. is going to keep all those people there once they find out Texas wants to secede? No, they're going to pull them all back.
Did we prove we couldn't survive on our own with that snowstorm?
They're gonna start starting-
Texas can't do it by themselves. Well, man, like we was the whole state
Well, shut
shut down, and we the biggest state.
Yeah.
All the snowstorm gotta do is come through. We out, man.
Some snow, we had some winter time snow. But, yeah, the emails coming out, like Adrian was saying, Trump asked Biden to insert executive privilege on the documents. He denied it. Now Trump is trying to say he can assert executive privilege on the documents because these occurred when he was president. Now, it's a little bit of a legal battle, I'm sure it's going to come down to the Supreme Court again, and that's what scares me. But it's never in history been a place for a previous president to try to insert executive privilege.
Obama tried to do a peep of any of this nonsense that this nigga's getting away with. Y'all would execute Obama. Y'all would incriminate him if he ever tried to do remotely what this dude is continuing to do.
If he was still going around campaigning.
Yeah,
Come on, bro. I mean, he already had his 2 terms, but it's just like,
We know had no 2 terms. He had 1
I'm talking
term.
about Obama. If he would have tried to pull some nonsense like this, y'all would, man, we would never hear the end of this.
Yeah, man.
We would never hear the end of it.
But people make, and you brought up religion earlier, that they make assertions for Trump just because some people honestly see him as the second coming of God.
They lose, so you'll lose your whole belief in Christianity. Because there's no way you can back that
Well,
up.
so let me give you an example. Who did Trump go against the first time he ran? Hillary Clinton. Not saying Hillary Clinton's a good person, but a lot of the assertions that preachers made was that, well, she allowed her husband to cheat on her with another woman. And it's like, well, Donald Trump is the one that actually cheated several times with several different women. And then they come out and saying, well, you know, that was in the past, and I don't hold him to
Bad
that.
and worse. You're always choosing the difference between that's sort of 2 evils.
Hillary Clinton had no choice in it. Bill cheated. He cheated off of his own fruition. Donald Trump chose to cheat. Not once, not after he was married the first time with his eventual second wife and gave her pregnant.
Who's sleeping with Trump, bro? My nigga.
People don't believe. Even though it
Who is
doesn't happen.
sleeping with this
Yeah.
dude?
And people
My wig ass.
That's the
Talking about young Trump.
Yeah, no. Trump isn't
Young Trump.
I've always called it a cult because I see it as a cult. It is a cult because when he lost the election, he asked for donations, right? He's like, help us fight the fraud vote or whatever it was.
Yeah, he sure did.
And in it, it's in the little email, because there were their emails, it said on the bottom, if the amount you are donating is less than $3,000, it goes straight into my bank account. It's not going towards this fight for fraud, whatever. Yes, I'm serious.
Nigga.
Yes, I'm serious.
$3, bro. 3 racks.
Then he got to
People are donating that much?
Yeah. Well, the higher, I mean, who are a lot of Trump supporters?
God.
Business owners, team owners. They've got that money. But a lot of people are going to make the small donations, the ones that love Trump, but all that's going to his, so that way he can pay off his debts to lawyers for when he was sued, all the legal cases that he's got going on. He just perfectly said,
Christ.
that money is going towards me so I can pay off something else. Even though he's a billionaire currently, he needs the help from smaller donations to pay off these
You take your
legal
money.
debts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Goodness
Well, you know, we could go on to this all day long, and definitely we will, because our next segment is going to be, where the hell is Trump at? Because I don't trust him, man. I'm keeping my eye on him, dog, because he's doing a lot of slide.
Where's Trump? That's like where's Waldo's?
Yeah, he's doing a lot of crazy stuff, man. And if you guys don't realize how politics work, Next year, we're gonna have the midterm elections. Republicans are probably gonna be in power, all right? So this year, what they doing is they've been going and doing a lot of things locally and a lot of suits to set themselves up. So come 2024, if the election doesn't go his way, he can then do what he tried to do this year.
And they've already done it in Texas. I mean, Abbott came out with the voting bill that makes it harder for minorities to vote. I mean, it's very Republican. I mean, he only has one voter box in Harris County that has millions of people in it. And they have to go to this one location for all these millions of people to be able to vote.
How long are those lines going to be?
It's going to be crazy. And then they can't be offered water. They can't be offered food while they're waiting. Someone else can't wait for them while they're in line. Nothing like that. Otherwise, you'll be arrested. I mean, this bill is so racist. It's not even funny. But because the people in power are Republicans and know either they are Trump supporters or are Trump supporters because they know they need to be, they support it, and it got passed with no problems. That's why Democrats left Texas, so they didn't have to vote on this bill, and then the anti-abortion bill as well. But it's something that they could bring to fruition, but it's not something they could stop to get voted on.
Yeah, pay attention, man. A lot of people out there ain't paying attention, bro. They just letting things happen, and you think your vote don't count. A lot of people just think they need to vote in the national election, when the local elections affect you way more.
Yes, local.
Way more.
Vote small, think big.
Yeah.
So your local elections, your vote counts way more than it does with the presidential vote.
More important than the school board.
Yeah, electoral college kills a lot of people's votes. If you're a Democrat in Texas, your vote doesn't matter. If you're a Republican in California, your vote doesn't matter for the presidential election. Now, for the governorship and the post below that, your vote does matter because it's a popular vote, not an electoral vote.
Yeah.
So, and that's why the Democrats want to get rid of the electoral college because Trump won it in 2000, even though he lost the popular vote. Bush won it his first time around, even though he lost the popular vote.
Yeah.
And these weren't like, a couple of hundred votes. These were significant amounts that they lost by. In fact, Trump lost by over 1 million votes. I mean,
God.
but obviously he's saying, well, if it was a free and fair election, I would have gotten all the votes. That's what he says. And if the illegals weren't voting in California, I would have won California.
We don't like you.
Yeah. So
Accept it.
the best way to go about it is, yes, to think big, vote small. In other words, vote for the smaller elections, but think of it as a bigger outcome on the presidential. Because if the governors aren't there to go about the president's ways, to do his bidding, it's going to be hard for him to stay in office when he shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So yeah, you got to pay attention to what's going on, man, and pay attention to these local elections and all these. That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you. You're showing up once a year and you can't vote, or you need your ID, you need a pint of blood or whatever the hell they're gonna
Can't be a
with
felon.
Yeah, you're in something.
to make you doing. And definitely, we already know in Texas how that goes.
Yeah.
But so just be prepared. I don't want y'all singing election year and complaining then when this whole time y'all ain't been paying attention. That's why I'm saying we keeping our eyes on what the hell Trump's doing, man, because he's been doing a lot of movement, a lot of crazy stuff, and then people are just like ignoring it, like it ain't happening, but it's happening, brother. He's trying to set himself up for 2024, man. He's trying to set himself up
And
for it.
he has powerful cronies to do his bidding that are helping him make things happen behind the scenes that a lot of people aren't aware of. I mean, he had the ability to create two new, quote unquote, news networks based off of his own thinking, Newsmax and One American News. Those didn't exist before Trump.
Yeah.
But the builders of those news organizations, and I use news very, very lightly.
Very lightly.
It's more of an opinionated show, but knew that there was a want out there for hard conservative Republican news. And so they said, you know what, I'm going to build up these news programs, Newsmax and One American News. And they got a lot of views by that form of the party. And that's where a lot of people get their information. Again, Fox News used to be considered the worst of the worst. And it tells you something when Newsmax is second to the worst now, and One American News is considered the worst. The three worst officially are One American News, OAN, Newsmax, Fox News. Then you go CNN, CSNBC, MSNBC, so on and so forth. But consistently voted as the worst news program to watch, to be informed on, was Fox News. For years, for decades. It's not anymore. One American News, and Newsmax. And these were created based off the sole person being voted into office. That's the kind of
I've
power
never
he
even
has.
heard of that.
Yeah, that's scary, ain't it?
It's
I've heard of it.
Farmers.com, right? The dating.
Oh,
yeah, farmersonly.com and shit. Like, I've never been there.
Yeah.
Like, we had Black Planet, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And,
never heard of that shit.
And the My Pillow dude is the guy on Newsmax all the time.
My Pillow.
My Pillow. The dude who makes My Pillow.
Donald Trump was supposed to be back in office in November, back in September. It's supposed to be at the end of the year, start of next year. Yeah, so, and he owns his own rallies that he puts Donald Trump to show up to, yeah.
The dude that made that pillow? You saw that
Yeah, the
commercial we watched?
Yeah.
He's a big Trump supporter, though.
Huge Trump supporter.
He's so bad today, he can only get advertisement like on them
Yeah, One
channels.
American News and whatever else.
Everybody else dropped them. My Pillow.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody buying this pillow,
He
bro.
lost the business. He doesn't. He's still named the My Pillow guy, but he doesn't have a corporation anymore called My Pillow. It's gone.
Oh my goodness, Doug.
All right, so I think we got with the end of this thing.
Yeah, we reached it.
Yeah.
I had some just shows that are happening in San Antonio. I wanted to say, and it's real easy. Just some names that I had recognized. I know there's a lot. Yo, I'm not even trying to overlook anybody because I would hate to be overlooked. And y'all know how I feel about being part of the and more. Okay? So I am going to just tell y'all, I just jotted it down real quick, some names that I recognize, which is October 12th, tomorrow. Judas Priest is going to be at the Freeman Coliseum. October 14th in 2 days, and on the 17th, Chingo Bling. It's going to be shout out to Clifton Simmons at the Laugh Out Loud Lounge. 9 times out of 10, you're going to see my boy Cliff there. Shout out to Jay Boys. And then October 16th, Kane Brown.
country singer.
Yeah, he's going to be at AT&T Center October 16th. So I think that's we have a little bit of star power down here in San Antonio. I wanted to start bringing that to the show so we can kind of like start knowing who you might see downtown. You know what I mean? Or you might see walking around. But hell, Kane Brown doing that? Yeah, he's down here in San Antonio putting on the show. So we definitely want to try to get larger names down here. I'd love to have a Drake or a Beyonce or Rihanna or a Jay-Z or a 50. I know 50 came down last year, but we want to have big names come down here so San Antonio can up that market, because there are a lot of fans down here, and we just need a lot of these other mainstream artists to know that we're tired of driving to Austin, we're tired of driving to Houston, we're tired of driving to see y'all when we got a big ass stadium with 5 championships that we won here that we pack out every night. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy
you
how
can come here.
Lubbock has a lot more name
Come on, Rox.
people in Lubbock than they do here.
People stop by. We have to drive to Lubbock to see somebody.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Lubbock has more big name people go up there than they do in San Antonio.
And it's because it helps that it's a college town. You know?
Yes,
and a lot of young people obviously are there. But
You just say we about to be
Man,
out
6-0,
of town, boys.
6-0.
6-0. Woo.
Roadrunners.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but El Paso, I've driven to a lot of shows up there, and they even have saying that El Paso knows how to party.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I do be seeing.
So, but they skip over San Antonio all the time because it's one. They'll go to Corpus, but Austin, because it's at the center, they'll go to that one rather than San Antonio because Austin has the younger audience.
crowd.
Yeah, UT, it's a college town.
Come on.
But they'll go to El Paso. I mean, Texas is huge. Everyone knows
Paso.
that. El Paso, because they get the people from New Mexico too.
Yeah.
So they get those people in from there. They get some people up north as well. But they skip over San Antonio because they know Austin, it'll sell out faster than it will in San Antonio. And then obviously they go to Houston because of the crowd, and then Dallas. They hit the 5 points, if you will. But because Austin's in the middle and it's an hour and a half away from San Antonio, they say, well, people can just drive.
We'll just drive to Austin.
Yeah.
All right, so definitely, and just don't forget O'Malley Entertainment. We have the 2 events this month. We're going to have at the Stout House, Danielle Hamilton on the 26th of October. We're also on the 12th of November. We're at A's Up Sports Lounge.
Hell yeah.
All right, so
Yo,
I think
tell them about the movement that we're doing on the Northwest real quick.
What movie?
You!
Oh, I mean, yeah, we're bringing urban music to this side of town, definitely. So, just trying to set up something to where we can have, an urban format. I mean, let me say it, a black format, R&B music, things of that nature, jazz, whatever. We're bringing that out here. So, Definitely.
I think that's big, man. There's nothing else out here. Adrian, man, we've been trying to do this since '07 with Mirage Club off Indian Creek. You know what I mean? I have a lot of pride in that. When Adrian told me he got A's Up, which used to be formerly known as Clown Alley, right off of Military and Five Palms. Like, yo, that's big. That's big. We're bringing something. I've done 9 James Jamborees. Shout out to Jeff Davis with 9 backpack giveaways, bro. We're trying to do all we can do to try to give back to this side of town, this community. Real talk. Adrian, live bands, that's his thing. I just want to give a shout out to you, man. You've been grinding. He's been busting his butt. Flyers, man, you name it. Like, I think Adrian, honestly, if not, is the most popular band promoter in San Antonio right now. And he's right here on the Northwest, man. Real talk. Real talk. Yo, give it up. You gotta give credit where credit is due. He's been busting his ass, man, for a long time now. Every band knows who Adrian is. He's been pushing on Mala Entertainment. We're on every single flyer this dude does, whether I can make it or whether I can't. It's going down, man. I just want to give a lot of credit to you, man. I feel like you've been, you deserve that credit. You've been going hard, and you got another spot. And you were looking at shenanigans. Almost every spot that we could possibly have here on the Northwest, you've tried to tap into to give us a place where we ain't got to drive that far to have a good time, man. Real talk. Yeah. Real talk, man. Like, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
That being said, I need to see y'all out at Stout House on Tuesday, the 26th. Sure. That's bringing in the holiday week, the Halloween weekend. So that's that week. You can dress up if you want to. I mean, if that's what you want to do. Come on out, have a good time. Right there on Petranco, you know what I'm saying? 151 right there where everybody can come through. So we look forward to seeing you.
For sure.
And where can they send music to? Where can they send music to?
Oh, if y'all have any of your local music, you know, you can see right here, we are the local music launchpad. You send it to Omala Entertainment at gmail.com. I will get back to you the same day. Send it to me. I'll give you feedback. I got people that message me. If you want to message me too. I'm at Matt Deans. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Messenger. You can hit me on the Instagram if you want to as well directly. I'm going to listen to your stuff. I will give you feedback, and I will try to give you spins on the show. Real talk. I'm here to work for you. I'm here to push San Antonio. We're all here to work together.
All right. Any last words?
How about them Cowboys?
Well, another time. So we will talk to y'all next time, next week, same time, same place.
All right, y'all. Peace.